Buenos dias, Christ Church. Good morning, everyone. In chapter 10, verse 45 of Mark, Jesus tells us, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve." This is an important message to remember as we discuss Mission Sunday at Christ Church. My name is Raymond Garrison. I have led or participated in 8 international mission trips, many other mission activities here at Christ Church. These international trips have included various Spanish-speaking destinations in Mexico, Bolivia, and Puerto Rico. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10 tells us, "Each one should use whatever gift he has received to serve others, faithfully administering God's grace in its various forms. As you will soon realize from this presentation, my gift is not speaking. God has gifted me with an able body and a desire to help people. He has blessed me abundantly, and I feel compelled to be an instrument of blessing to others when I can. And that shows up for me most in mission work. My first mission trip to Mexico was more than 20 years ago. I was awestruck by how poor much of the country was, yet how friendly and happy the people were. They were so grateful to God for everything they had, which compared to the typical American circumstance wasn't much. They found joy in little things and took pride in their work, no matter how difficult it seemed. And even though I could not speak the language, I was drawn to the experience. Being in an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar people, eating sometimes strange food, and unable to communicate in my usual manner creates what most would call an unsettled situation. Nothing seemed easy. However, what I quickly came to realize is that when all of the normal noise that typically infiltrated my everyday existence was gone, I was faced with the immediate issues like, how do I ask if the water is filtered so I can drink it? Or, hey, we need some toilet paper, the important things. But what I realized is God was much easier to find. Actually, I became very aware of how much I was trusting in Him through the whole week, and I began to see Him everywhere. Contrasting this with my everyday life, much of the time I'm too busy, too distracted by the noise, and finding Him is really hard. What I learned is this: when I put myself aside and I'm willing to serve in such an environment, He is always there to meet me. So a few years later, I began taking Spanish classes. I enjoy traveling and new experiences in general, but the thought in the back of my mind was that I wanted to be able to communicate better the next time I went on a mission trip like that. So many years later, and several trips later, I have learned, I've probably forgotten half of the Spanish that I learned, but I still work at it, and I joke with the teams that I'm the one in charge of confusing the Spanish speakers, which unfortunately, sometimes that isn't really a joke. It does keep the trips interesting though. So hopefully you guys aren't nodding off yet. I am finally getting to the interesting part, so nudge your neighbor if they have zoned out. So last September 2019, which seems like about 10 years ago, even though it was only a year, I think, Christ Church sent a 10-member team to Puerto Rico to help with the ongoing reconstruction from the devastation that Hurricane Maria left on the island in September of 2017. Volunteers in Mission is the only group still working on the island to help repair and reconstruct the approximately 28,000 homes that were damaged. Our team worked on 3 projects with the Refuel group, which is managing all of the re-engineering, construction, and volunteers at the work sites. The whole operation is wonderfully managed. They plug volunteers into projects where their skills fit best. And we are so thankful that we're able to serve 3 families and help restore a little normalcy to their lives. And we are also very anxious to return to the island to continue our efforts there. So as you can imagine, the coronavirus pandemic has completely shut down the Refuel operation in Puerto Rico. They have only had a few teams on the island this year, since there were actually earthquakes in January that originally caused the operation to halt. So 2020 has proven to be an especially difficult time in Puerto Rico. I recently received communication from Refuel. They have established new coronavirus preventative policies and procedures and are planning to start receiving volunteer teams to the island in January 2021. They have reduced the number of teams they will receive per week and are enacting many other safeguards to try to restart the repairs and construction. I also notified them that Christ Church is considering sending another team to help in 2021. So please pray about this. We will be in prayer and discussion about this possibility in the coming months. So if anyone's interested in that, please talk with me later. At this point, I think I'm out of time, so I would like to leave you with a poem that I found from Saint Teresa of Avila. And it goes something like this. So Christ has no body now but yours, no hands, no feet on the earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which he looks compassion on this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands through which he blesses all of the world. Yours are the hands, yours are the feet, yours are the eyes, you are his body. Christ has no body now on earth but yours. Dios te bendiga, mis amigos. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you for joining us for Refuel Reignited. Let us know how it blessed you. Look for this special encouragement each week. If you have prayer requests, contact us through the website or the app. We want to hear from you. Hey, keep up with the latest discipleship opportunities there too. CUMCTulsa.com. God bless you today. May your heart for Jesus be refueled, reignited in every way.